All right, Doc, thanks. Well, today is the last day of school for students in Ohio County. Teachers, administrators, staff, and students can look back at a year that literally made history. DK Wright spent the afternoon at Bridge Street Middle School, and she's live in the 7 newsroom with what was happening. DK.
Catherine, in some ways, it was a typical last day of school. They watched movies, played games, and got ready to start their summer. But in another way, it was unusual. They looked back at a school year ruled by a virus and all the disruptions and restrictions that came with it.
We were hybrid, we were out, we were in
person, then virtual. Then we went to in person. Like, that was pretty different.
Teachers and students had to be instantly flexible, learning to teach and learn without being together.
The saying, you don't know what you have until it's gone, is so applicable.
The worst part about last year was that I had to learn online for some of it, and it was more challenging. Being in an uncontrolled environment is hard because it's more difficult to stay on schedule.
The hardest part was there wasn't a teacher or like a tutor there to help you through with what you were doing.
The adults at school said at first it was quiet.
And then it just became a very sad environment where teachers were asking when the students might be able to come back and if they could come back in any capacity. And we were all just very hopeful and anxious waiting for that to happen.
Finally, school reopened.
I felt definitely relieved because you could have more people in the learning environment where you were, and you weren't by yourself just doing the assignments.
And now they have high hopes for next year to be even more normal.
They'll be able to take our mask off and not have to socially distance in each class.
Because it's middle school, some students are old enough to get vaccinated, others are not. So even when they reopened, 10% of the students opted to stay home and have distance learning. They say some were concerned for the safety of older relatives in multi-generation households. DK Wright, live in the 7 newsroom, working for you.